Hello, I'm Phil Spencer, and this is your local sales market review for Falmouth, brought to you by Lang Llewellyn & Co. Statistics on the national housing market are all well and good, of course they are, but I always emphasise the importance of area-specific information. These reviews share local market insight to help keep you updated on your local sales market. And I'm joined by Sophie and Rhiannon, owners of the business.
And we'd be delighted to share with you our local sales market update.
We have vast experience covering the TR11 and TR10 areas and pride ourselves on delivering exceptional customer service.
Visit their website at llcoproperty.com or give them a call on 01326 212140.
Thanks for that, Phil. So let's have a closer look at what's been happening over the past few months in the Falmouth area. Here at Lang Llewellyn & Co, we know that Falmouth overall usually outperforms most of the southwest. This period has been no exception, and we're seeing this in terms of both demand and price. Our lovely seaside town regularly features on Best Places to Live league tables and always attracts a mix of buyers from within the town and further afield. Big news for locals and visitors alike is the new Chiverton Cross development. It might be only a road interchange, but it's going to transform local commutes and tourist traffic, which will be a huge plus. It looks good too. One of its 48-metre bridges reflects the colours of the Cornish Mining World Heritage emblem and features the outline of two historic mine engines. As you'd expect in this popular tourist town, there's an above-average proportion of holiday lets and rental properties, so the sales market is typically highly competitive, especially at the busiest spring and summer periods. But what about this past quarter? Well, we've had 38 viewings since the end of September, a strong number given the wider economic climate and the fact that this is leading into the quieter season for Falmouth. We've seen most initial offers coming in some 15 to 20% below asking price, which is normal for the time of year. But sellers who are in a strong enough position to reject these are agreeing sales near a 10% below asking if they want a quick sale, and typically 5% below asking if they're able to hold firm. Looked at per square foot, as calculated by property consultancy Dataloft, Falmouth's average sale price shows a tiny dip. But when you look at actual prices achieved, unlike many parts of the country, sales prices over the past year in Falmouth have actually risen slightly. In December 2022, the average property price here was £350,184. But by November 2023, it had hit just over £356,500. For context, in the southwest region as a whole, the average property price is £309,200. So that's a good indication of our town's popularity. Indeed, all types of property in Falmouth were outperforming those in the wider southwest. For example, apartments in the town sell typically for £234,500, whereas in the wider region, they are only £188,300. For detached houses, we're looking at a fraction under £560,000 in Falmouth, but a more modest £492,000 in the southwest as a whole. So what's our advice for sellers coming onto the market in 2024? Number 1 is to price sensibly. 2 is to invest time and maybe even money into presentation to make sure your home appeals to the largest possible audience. That means clean and clutter-free as a minimum. We're finding virtual tours work well too, especially for potential buyers from some distance away. And lastly, be flexible. Try never to refuse a viewing to maximize your chances of a strong, rapid sale. Also, very much looking forward to 2024 are our two new colleagues, Aaron and Liz. Aaron brings 23 years of in-depth knowledge of a coastal sales scene and new development expertise, while Liz has no less than 35 years of sales experience within a estate agency. We're super excited to be welcoming them to the team, and they are waiting to launch your property onto the market this year.
Visit the sales office of Lang Llewellyn & Co. You can email them at sales@llcoproperty.com or call them on 01326 212140, or you could even visit their website, llcoproperty.com.